Hello, friends. First, imagine. You are standing alone on a quiet night, looking up at the sky. Not through a telescope, not through a camera, just with your own eyes. Above you are thousands of tiny points of light. They seem peaceful, close, almost familiar. But what if I told you that tonight we're about to travel 780 quintillion kilometers through the universe? A distance so enormous that the human mind struggles to hold it. A number so large that if you wrote it down, it would look less like a distance and more like a mistake. Somehow, this journey is also a story about you. Because every person who has ever lived has stood beneath the same sky and wondered the same thing. Let's start. Close your eyes. Just listen to the sounds of the sky for the next 1 minute. How big is all of this? And where do we fit inside it? For a moment, forget the noise of the world. Forget the deadlines, the bills, the messages waiting on your phone. Imagine lifting off from Earth. The cities shrink, the highways disappear, the mountains flatten into patterns. Soon, the entire planet becomes a glowing marble floating in darkness. Everything you've ever known is there. Every laugh, every heartbreak, every dream, every goodbye, every first kiss, every last breath. All of it contained on a tiny sphere suspended in a vast cosmic ocean. As we move farther away, the moon drifts behind us. Then the planets, the worlds that once seemed unimaginably distant, become mere dots. The sun, the giant star that powers every sunrise you've ever seen, begins to shrink. At first, it still dominates the darkness. Then it becomes just another bright light, and eventually it becomes one star among billions. This is the moment many people realize something surprising. The universe isn't just big, it's almost unbelievably big. Light itself, the fastest thing known to exist, travels about 300,000 kilometers every second. In a single second, light could circle Earth more than 7 times. Sounds fast. But even at that incredible speed, sunlight needs over 8 minutes to reach our planet. The star that gives us life isn't close. It only feels close because everything else is so much farther away. We continue our journey, past frozen worlds, past drifting comets, past clouds of gas where new stars are quietly being born. The darkness isn't empty. It's alive with creation. Everywhere we look, stars ignite, Worlds form, galaxies dance, entire solar systems come into existence without anyone watching. And yet, despite all this activity, the universe feels strangely silent. No traffic, no voices, no footsteps, only distance. Endless distance. Years pass on our imaginary voyage, then centuries, then thousands of years. The stars around us begin to change. Constellations that guided generations of humans slowly rearrange themselves. Patterns dissolve. New patterns emerge. The sky itself transforms. What seemed permanent was only temporary. And maybe that's true for more than just the stars. Perhaps that's true for life as well. The things we fear today, the problems that keep us awake at night, the moments we think will last forever. Viewed from enough distance, they change too. We continue outward. The sun is gone now. Not because it stopped shining, because it became impossible to distinguish from countless other stars. Ahead lies an ocean of light, billions of suns, billions of possibilities, some larger than ours, some smaller, many with planets circling them, worlds that have never been touched, never explored, never seen by human eyes. Think about that. At this very moment, there may be oceans reflecting alien sunsets, mountains no one has climbed, storms raging across skies no human will ever witness. The universe doesn't run out of mysteries. The farther we travel, the more mysteries appear. Soon, even our galaxy begins to reveal its true shape. A magnificent spiral of stars stretching across unimaginable distances. Hundreds of billions of stars, possibly trillions of planets. And yet, this giant structure is only one galaxy. Just one. As our journey continues, more galaxies appear. Then hundreds, then thousands, then millions, each one containing countless stars, each one separated by distances so vast that numbers start losing meaning. Human language was never designed for scales like this. How do you describe something so large that entire galaxies become tiny specks? How do you explain a distance of 780 quintillion kilometers? Maybe you don't. Maybe you feel it instead. Maybe you let the sheer size of existence wash over you, not as a frightening thought, but as a beautiful one. Because hidden inside all this vastness is a remarkable truth. You are here. Against impossible odds, you exist. Atoms forged inside ancient stars eventually became oceans, mountains, forests, and people. The same universe that created galaxies created the person listening right now. The iron in your blood was born in exploding stars. The calcium in your bones traveled across space before Earth even existed. And as we complete our journey through 780 quintillion kilometers of space, crossing unimaginable gulfs between galaxies and staring into depths that stretch beyond comprehension, something unexpected happens. The universe doesn't make us feel smaller, it makes us feel connected, because no matter how far we travel, no matter how many stars we pass, no matter how vast the darkness becomes, every journey leads back to the same realization. We are made from the same cosmic story, a story billions of years old, a story still being written, a story that began in starlight and somehow led to this moment, to you looking up at the night sky, wondering what lies beyond. And perhaps the most astonishing part isn't what lies beyond, it's how much of it we'll never see. Even after travelling 780 quintillion kilometres, we have not reached the edge of the universe. Not even close. In fact, there may not be an edge at all. That thought has kept scientists awake at night and filled dreamers with wonder for generations. Now imagine every beach on Earth. You still wouldn't have enough grains to count all the stars believed to exist in the observable universe. the numbers become so large that they stop feeling like numbers. They become something else, a reminder that reality is far stranger than imagination. As our journey continues, the darkness between galaxies grows larger. There are regions where you could travel for millions of years and never pass near a single star. No sunlight, no planets, no familiar landmarks, just endless space. It sounds lonely, but somehow it isn't, because even in the deepest darkness, the universe carries memories. Every beam of light is a messenger from the past. Some of the light reaching us tonight began its journey before the first cities were built, before the first stories were told around campfires, before entire civilizations existed. When you look at a distant galaxy, you are not seeing it as it is, you are seeing it as it was. The universe is a giant time machine. Every glance into space is a glance backward through history. The farther away we look, the further back in time we travel. And eventually, we approach a strange horizon, a limit. Not because there is nothing beyond it, but because light from beyond it has not had enough time to reach us. The universe has a speed limit. Light can only travel so fast. Think about that for a moment. There are events happening right now that humanity may never witness. Stars being born, worlds colliding, galaxies merging. And yet somehow that doesn't make the universe feel cold. It makes it feel alive, like opening a book and realizing most of the pages remain unread. The mystery becomes part of the beauty. As we drift farther into the cosmic depths, the galaxies themselves begin to form giant structures, immense filaments stretching across unimaginable distances. Galaxies connected like glowing cities, linked by invisible highways. When astronomers first discovered these patterns, many were stunned. The universe looked less like chaos and more like a living design. A structure woven across billions of light years, regions so vast that entire clusters of galaxies are absent. The emptiest places known. If Earth were placed inside one of these voids, the night sky would appear almost empty. Few stars, few galaxies, almost nothing. It would be a lonely universe to live in. Yet here we are, in a region rich with stars, rich with beauty, rich with opportunities to wonder. Maybe that's something we often forget. The universe did not promise us front row seats to its greatest spectacles, and yet somehow we received them. We live on a planet where sunsets paint the sky, where oceans reflect the moon, where forests grow from tiny seeds, where people can fall in love, create music, tell stories, and spend entire lifetimes asking questions about the stars. That alone feels extraordinary. And so, after travelling 780 quintillion kilometres through endless darkness, past stars beyond counting and galaxies beyond imagination, we arrive at a surprising destination. Not at the edge of the universe, not at the centre of creation, but at a simple understanding. The universe is vast beyond comprehension, yet meaning is found in the smallest places. A quiet room, a familiar voice, a shared laugh, a heart that chooses hope even when the future is uncertain. Perhaps that's why we look up at the stars. Not because we expect answers, but because they remind us of something important. We are temporary, we are tiny, we are fragile, and somehow that makes every second of being alive feel infinitely valuable. Good night.